Oh, something bad, something dark, something negative. It's about to come to an end, my gorgeous Sagittarini, in between the 11th and the 17th of July, 2024. Not only something bad, something dark, and something negative, it's going to come to an end, but within the next few days after that moment in time, you are indeed going to have a really, really surprising opportunity. You are going to be over the moon, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because you have been waiting for this opportunity for a very, very long time. When it comes to numerology, your number is number one. Oh my God, do I need to say more? Anything that comes to you throughout this month as like some kind of idea, you need to understand that these ideas are gonna be successful, okay, because you are gonna benefit from the power what this number one actually gives you. It gives you an immense power to focus on what you, when you focus on what you want to do, you will be even more powerful. Number one gives you an immense power when you kind of like start thinking about new opportunities. Number one gives you an immense power when you want to start something. Number one gives you an immense power when you want to take some kind of a risk. Number one gives you an immense power when you want to start some kind of a venture. Number one gives you an immense power when it comes to you dealing with challenges. My gorgeous Sagittarini, what am I trying to say here? That you most certainly need to make the most of this month of July when it comes to all these things I've mentioned. Now it's time to do what you want to do, and now it's most certainly time to come out of your comfort zone indeed. And how you're going to know that this some kind of bad situation has come to an end? Well, you are going to have this surprising information. Of course, you're going to become aware of this surprising information, and at that moment in time you are going to be over the moon. Not only you're going to be so excited about what's to come and when it comes to your future, but you're also going to elevate yourself even further, because only when you become aware of this information, only when you realize that something bad has come to an end, only then, my gorgeous Sagittarini, you're actually going to realize how much this has been affecting you. Because this negative situation has been affecting you and your life for so long. You know, it has even been affecting those people that are very close to you as well. And the reason why this negative situation or why this bad situation has been affecting you so much, especially you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, not only this has been making you feel really negative, but what happened was that you were kind of ignoring important opportunities. And only now you're going to realize, start to realize this, that you did ignore some really important opportunities because you did not feel like it's the right time for you to actually do something about it. Because you have been, or you would be, like a rather indecisive. And this is why this is so important, because you are finally going to start moving on with your life, especially when it comes to the 3rd and the 4th of July. I need you to understand that someone is going to need your help. And this particular person who is going to need your help, it's somebody who is currently getting on your nerves, because maybe you had a disagreement with that type of person, not type of, maybe you had a disagreement with this person, my gorgeous Sagittarini, but there is something that you are going to feel bitter about as soon as you become aware of this person, because this person is going to ask you something. But then again, there was some kind of uncomfortable situation in between both of you. I really want you to understand, to leave anything that happened in between you to aside, and to go forward and to go forward with this, because that person is going to need your help. That person is going to need your help. And once you go kind of forward with this, once you kind of reach out to that person, not only you will know exactly what this person should do, it's going to be very easy for you to say to this person what to do, how to resolve this problem. but there is also some kind of a very crucial and ridiculously random situation going to happen where that person is going to tell you something. And what that person is going to tell you, it's really kind of going to, and it's going to be so random, so crazy, but it's going to make you realize what's kind of missing in your life, what is missing in your life. And this is going to be the first time in your entire life that you are going to starting to think about this particular thing. You will really feel that this should like kind of become the part of your life and the part of your lifestyle. As the time goes by, this in itself, it's like going to play a major role within the next couple of months, but within the next couple of months indeed, because it's a lot about a starting point. This what you're going to realize that's missing in your life, it's going to have so many different stages. This is only the beginning. This is a very difficult for me to explain to you because it's going to take 2 months until you get to the certain point. A couple of months of exploring, couple of months of reading, couple of months of like kind of focusing on it, a couple of months from going through the certain situation, in life, until you kind of realize that there is a bigger picture to it. And in a couple of months time, you are going to have such a sacred moment which is going to come out of it. Really, really sacred moment where you're going to realize that the one phase of your life has come to an end, and another phase of your life is about to begin. Your life is going to change tremendously, absolutely tremendously. And this is the direct result of you having a big heart, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And I'm saying big heart because you will help somebody immensely who was maybe a little bit rude to you. And this is the direct result of you, I suppose, helping somebody, which is absolutely brilliant. But then again, it's just magical the way things are going to happen. And especially when certain people in our lives are having and playing such a specific role when it comes to our own destiny, when it comes to things that mean to us, we discover we discover through other people. And when we discover things about ourselves when it comes to our destiny through other people, then most certainly these people are meant to be in our lives. Okay, and whatever happened in between you two, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It's completely insignificant when it comes to like what you two have together. So I mean, this could be like somebody who you know for a very, very long time indeed, but it also could be somebody like, maybe a family member, but it's really somebody. This really is somebody who is meant to be in your life indeed. Okay, so the next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 5th of July. On the 5th of July, you're again going to have this situation. And I know you're going to say that I'm crazy, but I've been seeing a lot of this lately. Sorry. When it comes to people focusing suddenly on some kind of a herb or some kind of a plant, I've been seeing this lately, which means that a lot of people need to kind of start healing themselves. And the best way to heal yourself is to listen to your mind, body, and spirit. And the best way to heal yourself is to like kind of use natural things like herbs, natural organic things. This is exactly what am I talking about here. So you are going to have like suddenly you're gonna connect to this, you're gonna see this herb again, you're gonna see, because I did see this before, I know I did see this before. Maybe it's gonna be the same herb you've connected to before, if you've seen my readings, or maybe this is gonna be a new herb or a different herb or a different plant, which means that there is a different ailment that you're going to need to deal with. But on this particular day, I want you to understand that you're going to come across a certain herb, which is suddenly going to cross your path in such a way where you're just going to see this herb, and suddenly that herb is going to get your attention. You can be outside, you can be in your garden, you can be in the forest, you can be just outside somewhere, anywhere, and you see this particular herb, and now suddenly this herb gets your attention. or maybe you could even read a book at home or something. You could be on an internet, and now suddenly these herbs keep on popping up, popping up. It is going to get your attention one way or another. There is no other way of saying this, and you need to make the most of it. It's to do with your mind, body, and spirit. And the reason why you're going to feel such a strong connection towards this particular herb or towards this particular plant is, you will see, if you don't know about the properties of the certain herbs or plants or what's good that they do when it comes to us and our bodies, for example, you can just like see which herb or plant did you connect to, and then go on Google and type in the name of that herb or plant, and you will see, when you see the properties, I assure you 1,000,000%, it is going to be something that you are going to benefit from so much. So therefore, this is going to be a clear sign and indication that you need to consume this herb or this plant, and this is going to be extremely beneficial for your body. So that's something that I need to stress, because it is very, very important, because it's going to it's going to help you to heal yourself. Okay, so that's why you're going to suddenly feel such a strong connection towards the particular herb or towards the particular plant. Indeed, the next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the 8th of July. On the 8th of July, you are going to be worrying about something, a little bit about money, a little bit about the finances. I think that it's all going to kick off, because you're going to see something and you will want to buy something, or you will want to do something, and then your financial situation is going to kick in and then you're just going to think kind of like, I can't buy this or something like that, or I'm not able to buy this. And then you are going to realize that, you're going to realize, my gorgeous Sagittarini, on the 8th of July, when you kind of like have this moment that, you want to start something, you're going to realize that you need to do something about it. You need to, that's this realization. You know what, I had enough of this, I need to do something about it so much. Just remember, you wanted to maybe buy something, or you wanted to do something. So this is going to be keep on driving you forward. You need to understand that when it comes to what you want to do, this is what you need to focus on, because the door are open. The door are open. So don't worry about money, don't worry about finances whatsoever. All I want you to understand is, whatever you want to do, you just kind of need to kind of like really think about it very positively, and kind of, if your financial situation doesn't allow you to buy something that you want to buy, just be as optimistic as you can, come up with some kind of a plan, or something like that, start working towards it, or just be open-minded. Maybe some kind of other problem is preventing you from doing what you want to do here as well. It may not be necessarily to do with the finances, but I see it very strongly as a financial situation, but it could be, on another hand, something else. So what you need to understand is, you need to open your mind here, because the door are already open. And now what is going to happen after you realize this? There is something really unexpected going to happen. Okay, after you realize this, something really unexpected is going to happen. This in itself is really going to surprise you. Rather kind of a little bit of a negative situation, you will realize that something has come to an end quite abruptly, or something will come to an end quite abruptly, and that in something will come to an end quite abruptly. And then within the next few days, you are going to realize that in order to do kind of the best thing for your finances and financial situation, to secure your finances, or to even save the money, but in order to kind of like really, it's to do with your financial situation, you're going to realize that you're going to need to make an important decision, an important decision. You have no idea how important this decision is going to be. So when I say that you're going to make an important decision, when it comes to this problem, that I started to talk about on the 8th of July initially, when I said about, that you start to worry about the finances, or this is going to put you kind of in a little bit like a bad mood, because you're not going to be able to do what you want to do. And I told you that the door are already open. Well, now we are talking within the next few days, because something bad and something negative is going to happen. Well, like something is going to come to like an abrupt end, and you're not going to be you're going to be left with no option but to understand that now you need to make an important decision within the next few days. And an important decision that you are going to make, it's going to be based on exactly what you wanted to do, or exactly what you wanted to buy here. Okay, so this is the decision that you're going to make within the next few days, and the things are not going to be certain, but by the end of this month, this is going to lead towards your own victory. So you will get what you wanted to get, you will buy what you wanted to buy, or you will be able to go towards the direction in life you wanted to go towards. And this is why sometimes, even when we are uncertain about the way things are going to unfold, even if not everything is perfect on our own path, when it comes to us wanting something, all that's needed from us is just to be open minded, to be open towards different perspectives, and that in itself, it's going to make its own alignment, realignment. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. You are going to be really, really happy once you walk through this door, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. And you will see exactly what I mean. The next important date, it's going to be on the 19th of July. On the 19th of July, there is something very, very interesting you are going to discover. On the 19th of July, there is something very interesting you are going to find out, and therefore you are going to realize as well. But what I was going to say is that what you're going to discover, what are you going to realize, it's really kind of going to inspire you so, so, so much. This inspiration, it's going to be completely out of this world. The way you're going to be inspired, oh my God, not only something is going to inspire you so much, what you're going to discover, what you want to do, for example, something is going to inspire you in such a way where you're not going to be able to stop thinking about it whatsoever. And that in itself, it's later on within that day going to lead towards you having this vision, this really mind-blowing vision. Whatever it's going to inspire you, this is again, my gorgeous Sagittarini, ever so important for you to understand that this in itself, it's going to make you feel alive again. This is going to rejuvenate you, and it's going to rejuvenate your life forever. The reason, what are you going to discover? It's also like kind of going to make you feel like, oh my God, I want to dive into it immediately. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to dive into it immediately. And this is why this is going to be so important, when it comes to you having this vision, like you're going to be thinking about it so much. It's about you kind of choosing a certain path in life. And it's about you doing something here while you're choosing this path, which is just going to make your life so much better. It's going to make your life so much more meaningful. And in terms of optimism and happiness, that's exactly what you need to follow, my gorgeous Sagittarini, right now, because this is going to give you a courage, such a beautiful courage, such a beautiful energy when it comes to you really kind of like understanding that this is going to turn your life around. On the 19th of July, there is a whole new path about to manifest for you. That's the bottom line. That's why you are going to have this vision. There is a whole new path going to manifest for you on the 19th of July, 2024. This path is going to turn your life around. This is the beginning of a really gorgeous change. You're going to find this so enlightening. In fact, the stage and the period in between the 19th of July and the end of this month, it's going to be absolutely crazy how many things are going to start coming up to you. which are how many things are going to come up to you in form of like additional ideas when it comes to this brand new path you are going to discover. My God, this is going to be amazing. Not only this is going to be enlightening, but this is going to lead towards one of the biggest recognitions of your entire life, the beginning of a really, really beautiful journey. You just have to understand that there is something going to be on your mind, like kind of, oh, again, one of those things. It's going to be on your mind. Like there are going to be quite a few different things you're going to be dealing with, and it's going to seem like, oh my God, I'll do this later, I'll do it next month, I'll do it in a couple of months. No, baby, no, you must do something about this immediately. I strongly suggest you this, because by you doing something about it immediately, you need to put this as a number one. No matter what's happening in your life, you need to really need to kind of ground yourself and recenter yourself, because it's very, very important. By you putting this as a number one right now, you're going to be in the flow, my gorgeous Sagittarini. You're not going to be restricted. I'm not saying, you can focus on this in a couple of months time. I'm not saying that nothing is going to happen, but I'm just saying that right now you are going to be in this flow. So you will most certainly gonna make the most of it in terms of speeding this up and other things in your life that could be affecting you from taking this situation more seriously at this stage of your life. Absolutely remarkable. And this is where this is going to lead towards, my gorgeous Sagittarini, indeed. The next important date is going to be on the 22nd of July. On the 22nd of July, oh my God, this is so amazing, because on the 22nd of July, what you need to understand is that you need to basically, you know it's again to do with this specific person. There is somebody who you are going to have a very intense conversation with on the 22nd of July. The conversation is going to be with somebody who you really get on with, somebody who means to you quite a lot in terms of you talking to them about very interesting things in life. You open up to this person quite a lot, and there are very specific subjects that you two normally have about certain things maybe going on in the world and things like that. And you really love talking to this person, because this person has a way of thinking, like you, for example. So this is going to be somebody, this is somebody who you really get on with. So first of all, you're going to be talking about things that you normally talk about. But then again, uh, 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 you're going to be talking about things that you normally talk about, but then again, later on, a conversation is going to end up somewhere. You're going to be talking about something really, really personal to you, about this specific problem and about this specific issue in your life. And this particular problem and this particular issue in your life, it's really to do something that happened to you like absolute ages and ages and ages ago. And now suddenly through this particular person, you're going to realize that you still didn't get over something that happened to you absolutely ages and ages and ages ago. And you're going to you're still angry about something so much. And only now you're going to realize this, my gorgeous Sagittarini. There is something that happened to you a long time ago, like maybe in your childhood, maybe in your past, like a long time ago, but something is going to pop up. It's meant to pop up. It's popping up, at the time when you're talking to somebody who you really trust to. So there is a reason for it, because there is something really beautiful you're actually going to realize through that particular person. That particular person is going to point out this to you and say, like, look, you still didn't get over this particular thing that happened to you in your past. And first of all, you're going to be like, no, baby, no. You're going to go in your defense mode, you're going to go in your defense mode. No, no, I did get over it. And then suddenly you're going to realize this, because it's coming from somebody really precious. And you're going to realize that you're still angry, very angry about something that happened to you in your past. You really need to deal with this. I know it's easy for me to say, but and it's difficult to explain why certain aspects of your life have been very, very slow. Certain things did not have a progress in your life, and when you should have been really happy and excited about certain things, you've almost kind of that happened to you. You've almost became really placid about things that you should have been so excited about. And you've noticed that lately quite a lot, my gorgeous Sagittarini, about yourself. And this normally means that you're not allowing yourself to be happy. Please don't get me wrong. It's not that you're not allowing yourself to be happy, but these are the signals from your soul, from your spirit, that there is still something that you did not get over, that happened to you a long time ago. And this is something that you must work on. You're already one step forward right now, because you're going to be able to identify what this is. But somehow you're going to realize, you're going to go into things deeper, because first of all, you're going to be defensive, but then suddenly just a couple of minutes later, you're going to realize that you are holding some kind of anger within you. And that anger is like slowing you down when it comes to other aspects of your life. But only now you're going to be able to kind of have a glimpse of this. You're going to realize this. And this is all going to be down to you. You need to realize that whatever happened to you, and you are going to realize whatever happened to you, it only happened to you because you're special, you're different, you're unique. You will realize that this has actually made you who you are. This made you stronger, my gorgeous Sagittarini. And that's exactly what are you going to realize. And this has been missing in your life, this realization. Because after that moment in time, you are going to gain your strength and your power back. And you will see that within the next 2 or 3 days after that moment in time, you are gonna feel so adamant to make some kind of a compromise, which you knew you had to make for a very, very long time. But only now you will be so courageous to make that compromise that you were so worrying about. Why? Why are you going to be so adamant? Because it's going to be very successful. This compromise is needed so badly in your life, because it's going to play a big role when it comes to you setting yourself free, you liberating yourself like never before. My gorgeous Sagittarini, this is going to be such a deep moment. And as soon as you realize, it's like a secret formula, really, to know how to deal with a certain aspect of your life. There is somebody very dear to you, very close to you, who's going to be on your mind, who you're going to be reminded of, who for some reason you will think is going through exactly the same situation. Maybe it's one of your siblings, maybe it's one of your oldest friends, or maybe it's somebody who you know that went through the similar situation. Whatever it is, you really, again, your spiritual duty is to explain to this person exactly what you yourself have just found out. Absolutely brilliant indeed. The next important date, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to be on the actual 25th of July. On the 25th of July, you're going to have one of the most bizarre dreams ever. Okay, maybe you're going to remember this dream when you wake up, that's fine. Or you're just going to remember something suddenly. You're going to have this urgent feeling that something needs like an urgent attention in your life, something that you almost forgot about, and something that the time is sticking with, So this is what you're gonna be reminded the moment you wake up, or it's gonna happen like within the first stages, like kind of in the morning or whenever you wake up. So you're gonna kind of either remember the exact thing that needs an urgent attention and care in your life, or either you're just going to remember the whole dream. So therefore you are going to have an important sorry, an important dream indeed. But the next important date, it's going to happen on the 29th of July. On the 29th of July, you are going to have an amazing idea. Absolutely amazing idea. My God. I think that first of all, you're going to become curious, very curious about something. And then your curiosity is going to become like an idea, like an amazing idea. And this in itself, it's like the beginning of such a beautiful project, such a beautiful venture. This idea, this curiosity is going to lead towards the beginning of such a beautiful project and such a beautiful venture in your life. You must not allow anything to put you off, because instantly, as soon as you become aware of this, there is some kind of a burden which you're going to be reminded of. Sorry, there is some kind of a burden problem which is you're going to be reminded of. But this is going to be such a beautiful sign, because as soon as you're reminded of this burden and this problem, oh my God, pay attention to signs. Things are going to be so crazy for you this month, because as soon as you're reminded of this burden, of this problem, you are going to see some kind of a sign, very specific sign, and you will know that you are going to be absolutely fine. Only you, my baby, would be able to see, to recognize, and to notice that sign, let alone what this is going to mean actually. So this is going to be something really personal. This sign, it's going to be super personal. Like, oh my God, if there were like 10 people standing and looking towards the same direction, only you would be able to notice this sign. This is how personal this is going to be. What you need to understand, and listen to me very carefully, my gorgeous Sagittarini, this idea which you're going to have, wherever you're going to become curious here, this idea which you're going to have, it's really going to lead towards you kind of understanding exactly, sorry, this idea that you're going to have. I don't know if you're going to say that I'm crazy, but this idea, it's not only going to come true. This idea, it's not going to be ridiculously successful for you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to say it. But this idea, it's also going to lead within the next 9 months. One of the biggest dreams of your life are going to start becoming your reality through this idea in as little as 9 months' time indeed. Wow. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to see what is going to happen to those of you in relationships. Now, you really are going to have such a beautiful moment, both of you. Let me tell you that somebody is going to remind both of you of your past. Somebody who you know for a very long time, you know, somebody who you know for a very long time, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's going to kind of surprise you. First of all, there is going to be surprise from that person, whether it's going to be a surprise visit, whether that person is going to get in touch with both of you. However this is going to happen, it's going to happen through somebody who you both haven't seen in a very long time or for a while. And now suddenly you are going to be brought back to the certain aspect of your life when it comes to the certain memories. And this is so important when it comes to you both being reminded so badly that there is something that you both need to go through to learn something in order to start building something. So it's like something that you want to learn. You're going to be reminded of something before. You're going to be reminded of something that you wanted to do, something that you wanted to build, or something that you wanted to create, both of you. But that required from you to learn something. It was connected to some kind of learning process. So this is what you're going to be reminded of. You really need to kind of follow this, because when I say follow this, you need to follow your heart, and your partner need to follow their heart as well, because you are going to start feeling so inspired. You're going to start feeling so excited There is some kind of a hard work which is going to seem like it's going to be ahead of you in order to do this, but it's not going to be a hard work whatsoever. It just needs from both of you to be productive for a while, but this in itself, it's also going to start the process of a tremendous change in your life, because both of you are going to be so much happier, and there is way more which is actually going to come out of this situation where you're both going to learn so much about each other. This in itself, it's really gonna beautifully bring you together. This whole situation, it's gonna bring you together so nicely, and you're gonna start tapping into the some kind of a lifestyle as well, which is gonna become like one of the main focuses, which is gonna be pushing you forward as well. But then along the way, there are other things, as I said, you're gonna find out about each other, about what you wanna do, and this is all going to lead towards a really amazing and such a random idea you're going to have. This particular idea you're going to have that is going to come out of it, it's not only going to be so beneficial for you when it comes to taking this on the next level, but it's also going to be the beginning of such a beautiful adventure in your life. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, I'm just going to see what's going to happen to those of you in relationships. Sorry. Whoa, wake up, Sasha, baby. So now I'm going to see what's going to happen for those of you who are single. My gorgeous Sagittarini, my goodness, there is some kind of celebration going on here. Some kind of a celebration is going on here. Something is going to happen. You're going to be invited to like some kind of party or some kind of celebration here. And you know what? It's like, to be quite honest with you, you are going to be surrounded by very, very interesting people. You're going to be enjoying yourself. You're going to be talking to people. You really are going to feel how you haven't felt in a long time. But it's only because you will be surrounded by such a beautiful people, such a gorgeous souls who mean to you so much. We recharge our energy quite a lot when we are around specific people. It's good to be around positive people, optimistic people, because this is how we start to feel. But especially when there are very, very special people in our lives, around us, they do have a very unique impact on our life, on our energy, on our courage. So I can see you talking and opening up, and I can see you realizing that you did not open up properly, about some kind of a last heartbreak you've had. You didn't open up properly. Maybe you haven't been around. Sometimes we need to open up so much to other people, you see, and then that way we find out additional things about ourselves, and maybe you didn't talk to the right people who completely understand you. But I can see you talking to the people who are going to understand you so much, my gorgeous Sagittarini, what you've been through. And there is something going to happen. There is something going to happen, and you're going to realize how much your heart was broken, with your one of your previous relationships, but it's important for you to understand how much your life was broken so you can move on. You can move on with your life. This is why this is going to be so important. So you are going to have this deep moment, and some of you are going to be like, my God, I didn't realize I still fancy my ex or something like that, but this is important. But then again, the bottom line is, maybe you did not realize how much your heart was broken, basically, but this is important to face. This is important to face so you can move on from this person. And only then you can start kind of opening your heart to other people. Only then the process of healing when it comes to your heart, it's actually going to start. This in itself, it's also going to be ever so important when it comes to your personal evolution, because now you're going to be able to change. And especially when it comes to you, letting other people into your life, especially you knowing which people you can let into your life and which people most certainly you should avoid. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. This, my gorgeous people, is a very, very, very powerful and a very, very important pendant, because it is going to detoxify any negativity and any toxicity out of your life. This pendant is also ridiculously powerful because it's so important when it comes to our metabolism as well. To have a healthy metabolism, it's really significant when it comes to our health in general. This peridot is ridiculously powerful because when you wear it, you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. Why? Because what's the best about you, it's highlighted while you're wearing this. So whether you want to attract certain people when it comes to love and when it comes to romance into your life, or whether you're trying to make, whether you're trying to attract like maybe certain people when it comes to business, when it comes to your career, it's also absolutely brilliant for that as well. It does tend to bring you a really, really good luck when you are doing something financial, when you're focusing on your finances, when you're making like a really important financial decisions, or when you're making important decisions in general, because peridot helps you, like really prevents you from like a really over analyzing, and when we are over analyzing something, then over analyzing can be really, really dangerous, because us over analyzing something we should never be analyzing in the first place only comes from us maybe not feeling confident enough. So this in itself prevents you from over analyzing something you shouldn't analyze, because it does make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Listen to me very carefully. Peridot brings the best out in you because it makes you feel really, really confident in general. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous people. It is ever so important. It is the crystal of expansion, and it is the crystal of a new beginnings. Oh my God, ever so significant for those people who have been stuck for a while. For those people who did not have any changes, in their lives, for those people who are unhappy with their lives, and sometimes subconsciously we are affected by the certain things we are not even realizing that are preventing us to move forward. So Peridot has got a power to unlock the best within us, and this element of ourselves, it's like more powerful than we can possibly imagine, but it's very sensitive. So if there is an ounce of like, oh my God, negativity or fear when we have towards something, that's kind of amplified, and without us even realizing, that energy is preventing us from moving forward. So Peridot has got a power to keep this energy away, so we can like really do things we want to do. So this is why, it's so important for those people who have been stuck, or those people who felt stuck for a while. Just remember, it attracts the right people and it attracts the right situations in your life as well. This crystal is ridiculously, ridiculously powerful. Okay, just remember that by wearing peridot, it does not only bring a good luck into your life when it comes to so many things. This crystal brings you a good luck. Okay, this crystal has been used for many years just for that particular reason. Okay, and when it comes to Peridot, I'm so excited because I love Peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals indeed, because I know when I wear Peridot, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I can do what I don't normally feel like I can do. You know what I mean? It gives me the strength. It gives me this energy that I don't normally have. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is what this powerful pendant can actually do. So when it comes to moving on with our lives, this is something we should all have literally. It does bring you like, oh my God, kind of the whole new sense of what you should be doing, because you are reminded of things that maybe you are neglecting just because you did not have a confidence to kind of take on. So this immediately, like kind of like really, as soon as you wear this, you do kind of are reminded of things, certain things in your life in such a way where you kind of start getting really positive ideas. That's the way you're reminded of things that you should be working on, because now suddenly something that you were afraid to start, now suddenly you have these amazing ideas, like incredible ideas, and that's how you are pointed towards the right directions through your own passion, through your own optimism. This in itself, my gorgeous people, is indeed your guiding light. And that's why I absolutely love Peridot. And also, why am I so excited? I've been waiting for this for years. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, my gorgeous people. Not that it's like impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to find Peridot out there. But when I'm looking for crystals, I'm looking for the very specific crystals. They need to be of a high quality. So this one is a high quality Peridot. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this for years, and I only have a limited amount of this. I only have a limited amount of this in stock, my gorgeous people. So I really suggest you to buy this while you can. I'm not saying you can't get a Peridot out there, but it is not going to be as a wonderful and such a quality, high quality as this one. Okay, very powerful and natural, a Peridot. Okay, so this is why, because I've been waiting for this for years, absolute years, and I have only a few of these in stock. And once they're gone, I believe that's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more. And I only have like a few in stock, like literally. And this is honestly, one of the most powerful pendants, and it's so striking. It's so striking. Look at it. Just to have this around your neck. So beautiful, so striking, so natural. So this, my gorgeous people, is something I highly recommend you. This gorgeous Peridot comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go on Google and just type in, Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. You can click on it and you will see the first two products, right on top of the store, are gonna be the ones that I'm advertising right now. So this is something I highly suggest you to get. Another thing I recommend you, my gorgeous people, it's the second crystal. Okay, it's called Chevron amethyst. Okay, so you all know amethyst. So this is a special type of amethyst, and of course it's natural. And this amethyst is like so powerful, like probably the most powerful. There are few crystals which are ridiculously powerful when it comes to our third psychic eye. And I did mention some of them, like for example, tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye. There are crystals which are brilliant when it comes to our third psychic eye indeed. Even lapis lazuli is quite good when it comes to our third psychic eye, very powerful. But I would probably say the Chevron amethyst, This is a Chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. I would probably say my honest opinion is that this in itself is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to our third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is who we are. Our third psychic eye, it's like who we are on the spiritual level. Our third psychic eye reconnects us with ourselves because we tap into something absolutely mind-blowing. We unlock a ridiculously powerful aspect of ourselves when we wear this, because it is ridiculously powerful when it comes to unlocking the power of a third psychic eye, which means that we just start to see life in a completely different way. Why? Because we become very brave, we become very confident, we become very powerful. I mean, look at this combination out of this world. Very kind of, when you become brave, when you feel brave, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, at the same time, when the power of your third psychic eye has been unlocked, you need to be prepared to enter the whole new stage of your life, to enter the whole new world, because this is one of the most powerful crystals in terms of the actual guidance. You see what I mean? It just unlocks the power of your third psychic eye, and that in itself means that you enlighten yourself. While you're wearing this, you're enlightening yourself at the same time. Pay attention to how you're going to think while you're wearing this. Pay attention to how you're going to feel, how you're going to respond to the certain people and to the certain situations in your life completely differently. There is so much about yourself that you find out along the way, because it starts this unlocking process. The certain things unlock within you. You even start to kind of see the connection in between the all things in general, and that in itself, it's also big. That in itself, it's also important, and also at the same time, my gorgeous people, when it comes to Chevron amethyst, it's brilliant because it calms you down. It makes you feel peaceful at a time where, oh my God, the bombs are falling, God forbid, and no, I'm joking, but it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really peaceful. It makes you feel really calm. So if you are going through something like that makes you feel really anxious, that makes you feel really bad, that makes you feel really stressed, as soon as you wear Chevron amethyst, it really brings you down. It really brings you down. It is like so, so, so powerful, like, oh my goodness. And also, if you are, persistently stressed, persistently negative, persistently down, persistently sad, if you're going through very kind of strange stages in your life, if you're going through really difficult things, this really helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the same time you become really spiritual, and those things that have been kind of scaring you, they do not scare you anymore. You just start seeing them as like a really important challenges rather than anything else. So it's all a kind of how you see things and how you respond to things, in this life. And if you are having like a sleeping problems or a sleeping difficulty, so you cannot relax whatsoever, Chevron, little French man came out of me. French spirit, hello, my darling, where are you? Where are you? Now, it's like Chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. It's also fantastic if you have a problems to relax, if you have a problems with sleeping and things like that. So this is why I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous people, okay? And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in this description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin like a shop, and my page is going to come up that way as well. This is something I highly recommend you indeed, okay?